Alright guys, things are thawing out here a little bit, and the postman just dropped off a package from Mantuka S&K all the way from Poland. And the most interesting thing that really jumped out is this hand-tooled leather, even got my name in it on the back, pick case. I put some picks in there and they fit just perfectly. Mantuka, thank you sir, I appreciate that. He also sent a whole bunch of other locks. We have a Yale from Italy, which looks like a 5-pinner. A Gerda. You guys have seen a Gerda before, not quite like this one, not a pin tumbler, but we have seen Gerdas before. A Fana, and this thing is interesting because when you look at the key doesn't work, by the way. If you take a look at this key and look at the honest wear, this thing got carried around for, I don't know, 100 years. But key just, I gave it a turn before I turned on the camera, it didn't work. We have a LOB. In fact, I think there were 2 LOBs. Here we go, here's the other one. We've seen LOBs, and these can be tricky little locks too. A Yale, kind of unusual. A dimple lock. Unusual for here in the States anyway. A Winkhaus. I think I might have seen this Winkhaus before. I'm pretty sure this is the one I sent to him about, I don't know, a couple years ago. And an Abus, there we go. This is one of the new Abuses, I think. You guys have been complaining that these guys might have some new style pins in it. So let's see what the pinning looks like. It's a 5-pinner, it says it right there, Abus 5-pinner. Let's give it a try. I found that on these small Abus keyways, if you take, let's see if I can get a medium. Tell you what, let's try the fat one. Put the fat one in there, and sometimes that's the one you want. Yeah, that fits in perfectly. If you try to fit that small one in the bottom of there, it's going to get bound up. And I'm just going to try just go with this standard hook. Alright, let's see what's special about this thing. Moderate tension. Looking for a binder. Nothing. There we go. Pin 3. Got a little click out of him. Pin 2. Got a click out of him. Oh, pin 3 again. Must not have got him. Pin 5. Let's see who's next here. Pin 2 again. And there we go. Tell you what, I didn't feel anything unusual in this. I wish we could gut it. It looks like we have a plastic body that's perhaps glued on here, maybe epoxied, but that won't stop the milling machine. So let me go and mill this thing open, and the next picture you see will be the guts of this laid out on one of my pinning trays, so we can find out if there are different pins, or maybe it's just tighter tolerances in these new Abuses. Anyway, Mantuka, thank you sir for all the locks and for this really cool leather case. Everybody else, stay safe, stay legal. Well guys, this came out a little bit better than I expected. Before I show you how it works, machined it away. The outer plastic coating covers up the aluminum body. You see it's kind of ribbed, and I guess they do that to save money. This is almost identical to some of the plastic covered master locks. Anyway, the key still fits inside of here, and you can see how this thing works. Now when we turn it, we have the actuator right here. And when it turns, it's going to push this little locking dog out of the way. Just going to put that down so I don't hurt myself. And it pushes it out of the way on both sides. So we actually have one on this side, and then on the back side, there's also one that locks into this cutout as well. Pretty cool. Anyway, I think I got lucky in cutting this away, but I'm still going to continue tearing it down and pull the pins out. Right away, you can see that it does have 5 pins, and that last hole is actually not a pin. Once they put the core in, they want to hold it in place. So over here on this side, they drill a hole and they drive a pin in there just to hold it. So it's not actually a missing pin here. So let me pull these out and let's find out if they got some security pins in this thing or not. Alright guys, got it apart. Nothing too unusual. The Bible, obviously all aluminum. That last pin that you see there is designed to fit right in that slot. Once they get the core in place, then from this side they drive that pin in and make it flush, and then that way it limits the rotation of the core to 90 degrees, and it also keeps us from pulling that core out of there. Anyway, slightly chamfered on the inside of there and nothing on the core itself. No threads, no nothing. And it shouldn't come as any big surprise. The pins are all standard. So I think the only thing that's making this lock difficult is maybe they've got pretty good tolerances in there. And that's causing us a little problem with a binding order perhaps. Anyway, there you go. Everybody else, stay safe, stay legal. Mantuka, thank you for the lock. Sorry about breaking it, man.